Join me as I dive into the tricky world of grammar and challenge myself to explain the past perfect continuous in just 3 minutes. What is the past perfect continuous? The past perfect continuous is a tense that helps us talk about actions that were happening before another action in the past. It's really useful for showing how long something was happening before something else occurred. Think about it like a timeline. The past perfect continuous helps us fill in the details on that timeline. Many learners get confused with the past perfect continuous because it's easy to mix it up with other past tenses like the past simple or the past continuous. The thing is, the past simple is for completed actions, the past continuous is for ongoing actions, and the past perfect continuous is for actions that were happening before another action. It can get a bit tricky, but with practice, you'll get the hang of it. One of the biggest challenges is figuring out when to use the past perfect continuous instead of the past continuous. For example, if you're talking about an action that was happening before another action, you use the past perfect continuous. But if you're just talking about an action that was happening at a specific time, you use the past continuous. It's all about the context and the relationship between the actions. To make things more complicated, the past perfect continuous can also be used to show that an action was happening for a long time before another action. This is where it gets really useful for describing past events in detail. The structure of the past perfect continuous is actually pretty straightforward: subject plus had been plus verb ing. For example, I had been studying for 3 hours before I took the exam. Let's break it down. I is the subject, had been is the auxiliary verb, and studying is the main verb in the ing form. Using this structure, we can create all sorts of sentences. For instance, she had been working at the company for 5 years before she got promoted. Or, they had been traveling around Europe for months before they decided to settle down. Here's an example that illustrates the use of past perfect continuous in context. Imagine you're telling a story about a person who was learning to play the guitar. You could say, she had been practicing for months before she finally mastered the chord progression. This shows that the action of practicing was happening before the action of mastering the chord progression. By using the past perfect continuous, we can add depth and detail to our stories. It helps us convey the timeline of events and how they relate to each other. In conclusion, the past perfect continuous is a powerful tool for communicating in English. It helps us talk about past actions in a more nuanced way, and it's really useful for describing timelines and relationships between events. If you've got your own examples of the past perfect continuous, share them with me in the comments below. And if you're looking for more grammar tips and tricks, be sure to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.